Good stuff, and that is Steely Dan for you. And hey, 19, and good morning, everybody. I am Big Chuck, delighted to have you aboard, my friends. And it is time now for our morning marathon look at today in sports history. Let's take a peek in the rearview mirror, see what we have. We have quite a bit happening today. On this day in 2006, the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Seattle Seahawks 21-10 in Super Bowl 15, the fifth Super Bowl victory for the Steelers. Jerome Bettis announced his retirement after the game. On this day in 2003, Bob Knight coached his 800th victory for Texas Tech. 1999, Mike Tyson sentenced to a year in jail for assaulting a couple of people after an automobile accident the year before. 1997, Mario Lemieux of the Pittsburgh Penguins became the seventh player to score 600 career goals. On this day in 1990, NBC TV obtained the television rights to sell to all of Notre Dame's home football games for the next 5 years. And by the way, Notre Dame became the first school to sell its games to a major TV network. 1989, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar became the first NBA player to score 38,000 points. On this day in 1972, Bob Douglas becomes the first black man to be elected into the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. And way back in 1943, Mervyn Red Dutton became the new NHL president. Frank Calder had died the day before. Well, it's time now for us to put somebody into our sports spotlight. And this morning in our sports spotlight, a little something different. We go to the world of American professional wrestling. And if you're my age, you remember watching this guy, Bobo Brazil. His real name was Houston Harris, Bobo Brazil. He was such. I tell you, I mean, it's brutal. We all know it's an act and all violent and all that. But boy, if you're a kid and you're watching professional wrestling, back in the day, he was a piece of work. He was somebody to watch and an important figure in the sport of professional wrestling. Bobo Brazil is considered to be the first successful African American professional wrestler, and he wrestled all through the 1960s and. Look at this brings back so many memories of watching this stuff late at night on the TV in the cellar of my house in Sydney when I was a young guy. Bobo Brazil entering the ring and squaring off against Killer Kowalski and Dick the Bruiser, Johnny Valentine. He had memorable matches against the Sheik, Bruno Sammartino, El Mongol. Just on and on it went, and he was famous for his cocoa butt, and he also was famous. He was famous for the cocoa butt, the pile driver, and the elbow smash to the back of the head. Now, can you imagine, Grandpa? What did you do? Well, son, I was famous for the elbow smash to the back of the head and the pile driver. That's what I did, son. After he retired, a very, very popular guy for sure. He retired from wrestling and he ran a restaurant. People loved him. They'd come in to see him and get their picture taken with him. He was a family man. He had 6 children and lots of grandchildren and just an all-around beloved figure in the world of professional wrestling. Houston Harris, but we knew him as Bobo Brazil. He died in 1998 at the age of 73 of a stroke in St. Joseph, Michigan. That's a look at our sports. Oh my goodness. That's a look at our sports spotlight for you this morning. I am Big Chuck. Thanks for tagging along, folks. I do appreciate it. Elvis Presley on the turntables. Good morning.
We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I say?
Good stuff, and that is Elvis Presley and Suspicious Minds. Glad to have you aboard, my friends. Interesting footnote, if you will, to that song. Elvis Presley had been off the top of the charts for quite a stretch in there. He was handed, first of all, the song was written by Mark James, who went out and sang it himself, and nobody cared, and nobody listened to it, and nobody bought it. So he gave it to Elvis Presley in 1969. Elvis sang it for the very first time on one of his comeback concerts at the Las Vegas International Hotel. He went out there and he sang it on July 31st, 1969. The crowd loved it. 26 days later, he went in and he recorded it, and the song went to number one on November 1st, 1969, and that would be Elvis Presley's last number one single before he died. And of course, we know about the power of Elvis Presley, even though Suspicious Minds would be the last number one song Elvis would have while he was alive. The Wonder of You and Way Down and A Little Less Conversation all went to number one on the British charts many, many years after his death. Good morning, everybody. I am Big Chuck. Thank you so much for tagging along. I appreciate it. Queen of Soul for you on the turntables, working our way through a Friday morning in America.